Hi, can you tell me who you are and what you do?
Sure. I'm State Representative Kate Harper, and I represent a suburban Philadelphia district in Montgomery County.
Representative, you just spoke here to a group at Penn Future. The luncheon program today was what's in store, basically, for Governor-elect Wolf. And would you tell us, what are your views on what happened? Why do we have a Governor-elect Wolf at the moment rather than a returning Governor Corbett? And what does he look forward to coming up in terms of environmental issues?
I think we had an unusual situation where a sitting governor was not able to connect with the voters. He didn't have an effective campaign. He didn't have an effective tenure, to be perfectly fair about it. Couldn't get stuff done. And so people were looking for a change. I think the voters were unhappy at various levels in various ways. And they selected Tom Wolf to be our governor-elect. And I think Republicans felt comfortable with him because he's a businessman, and Democrats felt comfortable with him because he's a Democrat, of course. So I think there's a hope that we can get the state moving again in a good new direction.
And how do you think? Do you think he'll have any? This group, of course, is very interested in some environmental gains. You're part of a rather conservative state legislature. What are his chances going forward in terms of getting anything done on the environmental front?
Well, I think, as I stated at the forum, that the most important thing is to build a broad coalition. That is actually how Governor Corbett's one very large success, the transportation funding bill, got passed. We were able to get bicyclists and engineers and highway paving contractors, unions and management, all on the same side that we needed a transportation bill. On environmental issues, it's very important not just to have the green people talking, but to have a broad coalition of regular citizens who are benefited by, or who would be benefited by, the environmental law or regulation that we're pushing. I think the environmentalists need to expand the base and speak directly to how it might matter to a suburban soccer mom when they want to save open space for parks, and bring those people into a coalition that can then tell the governor, this is what Pennsylvania wants.
Terrific. One last question. I just want to ask you a little bit about your district and your background. How long have you been in the legislature? What's your district like? And I understand that you have a personal interest in water issues, right? You could address that too.
Sure. I was a township supervisor in a rapidly suburbanizing community in outside Philadelphia. We get into a big fight with a couple of developers, but the biggest fight was over 110 acres that some of us thought should be saved for a park, and some other people thought should be 108 houses. So I cut my teeth on that kind of advocacy, and we were eventually able to reach a settlement with the developer, buy the park, and it's gorgeous today. So that really fuels me, my passion for open lands, forests, and waterways. I did serve on the statewide water committee. It's time to do the statewide water plan again. We have challenges that we didn't have 4 or 5 years ago when we completed it the last time. Fracking was just getting started, for example. And so I do think we need a statewide water plan, because I believe honestly that everyone cares about clean water. And it has much resonance across the Commonwealth, whether you're from a suburban community bordering the Delaware or whether you are in a community that depends on hunting, fishing, and that type of tourism for survival.